Thanks, Jim.
Yep.
Jadon is the newest addition to the Green family. His parents feared the worst at his birth after 2 children died to premature birth complications. Jadon was born in December 2022 at Maynard Children's Hospital more than 2 months early. He spent more than 4 months there with his brother, mother, and father. They are supporting him. Calm, cool, and collected is how 1.5-year-old Jadon sits in the living room watching his older brother Jacob playing with toys. But that's not how he came into the world. Weighing just 2 pounds, Jadon arrived 13 weeks early. His parents, Richard and Crystal Green, were flooded with confusion and fear.
We thought we had did all the things in place to prevent it from happening, and it was a feeling of not a union.
9 months earlier, they welcomed happy and healthy Jacob to the world. His welcome arrival came after the devastating loss of a son and daughter due to premature birth complications. Their worry was that Jadon's premature arrival could end in tragedy, and yet again, it did not.
Okay, I got a son. He's here. He's in NICU. Fight. Prayer, family, friends.
But his birth wasn't without challenges. Jadon was jaundiced. He needed a ventilator to breathe. He was experiencing liver issues and needed to drink donor breast milk because of his early arrival. And on Christmas Eve, Richard and Crystal Green were told Jadon had a reaction from the donor breast milk that made him sick. Then in mid-January 2023, doctors performed an exploratory surgery and diagnosed Jadon with necrotizing enterocolitis, a disease that can inflame, kill, and infect the intestinal lining.
Like the way God designs the body is crazy, because his body literally walled up the perforation area so he couldn't get sepsis and die.
Jadon's fight to live marched on, but so did the obstacles. Jadon had a colostomy bag in central line port that became infected from the surgery, a breaking point for Crystal.
And when I came back, not even 12 hours later, he looked like the Michelin Man, like a totally different child. And I was like, why did I do this to my baby?
But the storm clouds that had been part of Jadon's first several months of life would finally part, thanks to the steadfast care of his doctors and nurses. And the beads around Mom's neck document just how far they traveled on this journey.
And we actually have one of the first complete sets.
The Maynard Children's Hospital Hand-to-Hold Milestone Bead Program, specifically for parents in the NICU, documents every week, step forward, and landmark moment of their baby's journey in the hospital. In a hand, Jadon had to hold himself. His older brother there every step of the way, too.
Jacob was there, and the isolate was open. It was the first time that Jacob was able to interact with him, and the first thing that he did was grab his hand.
This along with the nurses and doctors at Maynard Children's Hospital, all there with them until the final moment of their 119th day.
They surprised us.
We've got something for you.
When we went in, they pretty much made us stay in there, and then we come out, every nurse and doctor. We're holding banners. And playing a graduation tone. Not just Jadon, but Jacob as well. To walk all the way out. And when we finally walked outside and watched him take his first breath of air outside, was no better feeling in the world.
Now he watches and learns from his older brother, catching up to him one step at a time. Now the next step for Jadon is learning how to walk. He'll be starting physical therapy soon and going to Maynard Children's Hospital for regular checkup.